Now look, the process of chromatography, okay, has the word chroma in it, okay, and this chroma means color, okay. That means we are separating out the colors, okay. Now how do we do that? Look, we do that in a way that first of all we take a paper that is a chromatography paper, okay, and then what do we do is this, we draw a baseline, okay, and this baseline has to be drawn with pencil as if you will dare to draw this with pen, okay. So then the ink droplet that you will place over here would get mixed up with the ink that you will place over here, okay. So let's say over here, okay, I'm placing over here the solute spot, okay, and this solute spot has to be placed with pipette, okay. You have to know the instrument's name by which you are placing the solute spot over here, okay. Now what will you do is this, that you will take a beaker over here, okay, and then you should remember the steps, okay, of what exactly is the procedure, okay. And then you will over here add a solvent, all right, and then you will add the paper over here, okay, the chromatography paper over here. Now what will happen is this, that listen, a very specific instruction I have to give you, that this baseline should be above the solvent level. If this baseline is below the solvent level, okay, let's say if it is looking like this, okay, like if it is completely immersed in the solvent, okay, so what will happen is this ink spot will be completely like dissolved, okay, and nothing will actually move up. All right, so what do we do is this, that we make it sure that the solvent level is below the baseline, all right, and then we let the water move up, okay. These solvents, okay, remember, it can either be water or it can be ethanol, all right. Now what would happen is this water, let's say, is going up, okay, and as it's going up, okay, till the water reaches here, okay, this line is known as solvent front, all right. And this movement of water going up, okay, it will break down the solute spot into different colors, okay. Let's say over here it's breaking down into red spot and the yellow spot, okay. Now what would happen is this, that once you get this, okay, like the colors and everything, okay, then you take it out, okay, and then you would dry it out, okay. All right, let's say over here for REs we are labeling them over here as A and B, and this line over here is labeled as solvent front over here, okay.
Points need to be in the same line?
Come again?
Do the points have to be in the same line?
What do you mean by that?
Like, for example, the red and yellow.
Yeah, they are going to be in the same line, right? Okay, as this solute spot will move up, right? Okay, so you are actually breaking out this ink spot into different ink spots. Are you getting that? Okay, so let's say if this is a mixture, okay, of red and yellow, so the red and yellow components would be broken down, all right. Now what will you do is that after you get this, okay, you can calculate the RF value of these solute spots. Remember, RF value is the retardation factor or retention factor, okay. I'm telling you, so this is the retardation factor or retention factor, okay. Now what does that do? Over here it is telling us, okay, that how far this solute spot can go, because chromatography basically happens on the basis of solubility, okay. So the more soluble a liquid is, okay, the more farther it will go, all right. And what do we see over here is that this ink spot over here has gone above and this is below, okay. So we can actually talk about them, that A is less soluble in water than B. Are you guys getting that? Tell me one more thing. Let's say if there was a solute spot and it did not move up at all in water, what will you do? Yes, guys. This is an ink spot, okay? And I first of all added that in water, okay? And it did not move up. So what should be my next step?
It's not soluble.
Yes, perfect. It's not soluble in the solvent. So if in the
Yeah,
water it's not soluble, so what is the solvent that I should take now?
a
That
different
is,
solvent.
if not
Ethanol.
water, then I will pick up ethanol. Are you guys getting it? Okay. All right. Now look over here, guys. Now what do we do is this. In order to calculate the RF value, okay, the formula is distance moved by solute divided by distance moved by solvent front. All right. Now, what do we do is this, that we place a scale over here in such a way that this baseline has a 0, okay? And let's say we measure it, okay? All right. And over here, let's say I'm imagining that, I have to measure the solvent front over here, okay? And let's say I have to calculate RF value of solute spot A. So what do you think? So what should I write over here? Distance moved by solute is how much? It's 2 centimeter, right? Okay. And what is the distance moved by the solvent front? Very 4. Are you sure? It's 5, right? Okay. It's 5 centimeter. Okay. So what will I do is this. I'll quickly calculate 2 divided by 5. Okay. Wait a minute. 2 divided by 5 is 0.4, right? Okay. So I will write 0.4. Do you think so? I will write any unit over here?
Yes.
No, there will be no unit as the centimeter will cancel out centimeter. Okay, since this is a ratio that you're actually calculating, so it will have no unit at all. Got it, everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this thing will have no unit at all, okay? It's 0.4 over here, and that's how you calculate the RF value. Now, what you can do is this, that you can compare this RF value with the known RF values, okay? And you can actually figure out that what solute is this, okay? Are you guys getting that? Okay. Now, over here, okay, this technique can also be used, all right, to in the forensic or in the detective scenes, okay? So for example, over here, let's say over here we have substance X over here, okay, and it has broken down into 3 spots, okay? Let's say somebody drank this X over here, okay, and he died off, okay? All right. And then over here, this is the poisonous dye, let's say, all right, and this one over here is the actual brown dye that is usually used in the drinks, okay? All right. So tell me, guys, what do you talk about it? Does this drink over here have the poisonous dye added in it or not? Actually, it is added, okay? Now, how would you do that, okay? You would do that because you'll match up this one with this spot over here and this one with this spot over here. That means that this brown dye is part of it, okay? This sample X. But over here, we have this spot as well that is matching up with the poisonous dye. That means this person's drink had the actual, let's say, beverage that he was taking along with the poisonous dye added to it. Are you guys catching up? Okay. All right. Okay.